Hey, oozes and bunnies. This is a preview of the most recent party planning, an extra podcast that the Join the Party crew makes for our Patreon. If you want to listen to the whole thing, go to patreon.com/jointhepartypod. Check out this preview.
Folks, I would like for you to close your eyes, okay?
Okay.
I see you, motherfuckers. Close your eyes. Okay, thank you. We are in a house. There are wide windows. There are wooden beams on the ceiling. Brandon, why are you laughing about wooden beams on the ceiling?
I love wooden beams.
No reason.
No, keep going.
We'll get there. There is a kitchen behind us, and every surface of the kitchen is cream formica. Huh. Look to your left. There's a cute little mid-century modern side table. It's got glassware on it. All the glassware is amber colored. Weird.
Whoa.
You look up. The walls. They're avocado green.
Oh,
You go to the
no.
bathroom. It's carpeted.
Oh,
You
no.
look up. And weirdly, the floor is at eye level because this is the conversation pit, baby.
Wow.
Did I have my
Describe-
eyes closed for the longest? Is that what happened?
Yes.
I was
Okay,
looking
great.
down. I wasn't looking at anyone else.
Mhm.
You just
I-
unfortunately described my dad's actual house because he did buy it in the 70s.
Oh,
love
good.
that,
Now I
Brandon.
can ask Brandon. Brandon, did you go in this house?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you feel pressure to not pee on the carpet?
Eric, just unbelievable pressure, yes.
Yes. Yeah. For
Tell me more.
all the types of people who need to pee standing up.
Yeah.
Like, it's already, for most people who have to do that,
Yes.
it's already a lot of pressure. I don't want to be grouped in with the other people who do this, who are sloppy peers.
Sure.
Right? And now, even though I've never peed on stuff before in my life, I have the extra pressure of, if I mess up, it is now going to be soaked into this shag
I know.
carpeting.
I am no better than the puppy.
Yes, exactly.
I will
Incredible.
I'll start off this intimate revelatory segment with a funny pee on the carpet story if you would like.
Let's go.
Of course.
It's not actually on the carpet, but one of my most core memories that comes up just constantly in my head because of shame and embarrassment
Sure.
was
We all
I
have
used to my friends, my neighborhood friends live down the street. I used to go to their house all the time, and I was 13 maybe, and I didn't know that if people who pee standing up, you should always clean off the seat after you go,
Sure.
because I was a dumb boy who's an idiot.
Someone at some point has to tell you that.
But this is what I'm saying. A lot of people still don't do this, and now
Oh,
you
yeah, I
need
know.
to do
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
So you need to make sure you're not this person.
And at some point you switch from peeing sitting to not peeing sitting. So there's a lot of transition that you have to
Exactly.
do. I get it.
Exactly. So, but the embarrassing part was in the car the next day because we carpooled to school.
No.
The
The mom said something.
No.
the mom was like, "Oh yeah, blah 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 blah," and they're like, "All right." They had this rhyme that was like, "If you sprinkle when you tinkle, be a sweetie, wipe the seedy."
That's bad. That's bad.
That is so embarrassing.
I
and
probably was
that's the
actually a little bit
worst
younger than
age.
13. That seems really stupid for 13, but yeah.
No, it probably was. I'm going with it. You know that family cannot communicate with each other.
Unless it's in a rhyme and they say something like tinky.
So yeah,
That's
that plays in my
real.
head every time I pee standing up.
Brandon, thank you for, in the shag carpeted dome of this conversation pit, sharing that with us.
Yeah, we had
You're
a
welcome.
similar rhyme, which is at the dinner, eat your fill. When grandma dies, we're not arguing about this. We're looking at the will. Yeah, exactly.
Fuck.
Well, folks, Welcome into the conversation pit, where we are going to be answering questions about life, what, I don't know, Pokemon, our horoscope is, just making things up right now. Things that we would typically love to talk about, but don't have time to do in the after parties when we are chock-a-block with plot. So we are doing it now. We've gotten so many excellent questions from you patrons on both Patreon, on our Patreon post that I'm going to make every month, but when we record these, and also in the Discord. We're only going to scratch the surface of them. Don't worry, I'm keeping them all in my, let's say, burnt orange ceramic dish, where I'm going to keep, I wore my orange shaggy sweater today, just for the conversation pit. I'm keeping them all, keep them coming, and I am really excited to get started.
Yeah, I was going to say, for anyone who's not watching the video version, anyone who's just listening to the audio, I am in the most beautiful, perfect 70s maroon suit you've ever seen.
It's true.
Brandon
Wide
has
collar.
so much chest hair is popping out.
Do you think people ever use chest hair merkins?
Yeah.
Oh,
100%.
absolutely.
For
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Brandon
Yeah,
lived in LA. He knew.
Yeah.
Dang. All right. Right on.
Yeah.
It's called
Right
a
on.
churkin?
Cheston? Chirp?
Hang on.
Oh boy.
No, don't.
What are we doing?
Don't. Hold on. Amanda, the host, is pulled over and is now Googling this. Hold on. I think a merkin is anything that's not on the head. Do you think it's just...
No, it's a pubic wig.
Oh, it's just for... Okay,
It's
sorry.
specifically pubic, yeah.
I thought it was not toupee or wig. That's
I
on...
see.
Hey, that's on me. It's just a sparkling toupee.
Yes.
Clearly
okay.
someone's never worn a churkin.
Great. I do want to point out that the usage trends of the word merkin spike significantly post World War II, and I'm not sure what that means.
I don't know either. You know?
Film? I don't know.
Much like the espresso.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Oh, hey, I want to talk about something that I heard on a podcast. Speaking of espresso, I've been thinking
That's
about
probably
this.
not true.
I know, which is why, because it didn't come up in my previous research.
So you
and
did a Head Hard Gut episode about espresso-based drinks.
Yeah, if you don't know about Head Hard Gut, it's the one we do for the multi crew, which is the membership that we have
Hey,
for
sign up
Multitude.
for it.
Yeah, you get,
great.
Yeah, it's really good. We've been doing it for years, and we always argue about which is the best of three things. And we did hot drinks. And I chose espresso, so I did a lot of research into espresso. One of which was, I dove into the Italian Museum of Espresso, which told me a lot. The espresso, it's been around since the turn of the century and only got patented. Then you'd think it's a lot a lot older thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing I heard on a podcast, which he said that he heard from a tour guide in Italy.
Okay.
That Mussolini invented the espresso because he wanted the Italians to be caffeinated, but did not want them to laze around.
No.
And I'm like, that's a lie. That's
Correct.
obviously a lie.
If you've ever known an Italian or an Argentinian, for that matter, they'll make one espresso last for 2 hours. You know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's I heard that and then it came up. I just wanted to share that with
Nah.
everybody.
It
Nah,
was a
dude.
guy. I'm pretty sure it was a guy who he wasn't even a coffee person. He was a machine person. He was
Machinist,
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Yes, it was
Pressure
all.
and
It was
stuff,
more.
yeah.
The espresso was just an offshoot of coffee culture in that area. But as the Industrial Revolution started, it was the espresso machine what was patented at the turn of the century. And Mussolini was just a fascist glint in his father's eye at the time. So I thought that was bullshit. But I thought that all four of us here would appreciate that absolute.
What a
Snopes
great
level.
lie.
To be fair, if I were a tour guide, I would entertain myself by telling fun lies.
Yes.
Sure,
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
fair.
Yes.
I think that it had everything of a fake thing you'd hear on the internet, which is villain of history, vaguely plausible, and explaining something from a region, giving a reason to something
Yeah.
that didn't exist. This is the mythology.
I was
This
going to
is
say,
the
that's just mythology.
this is the creation story, Julia.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Of espressi. This is why Mussolini is why the sun goes down in one place and raises in the other place.
Yes.
Mussolini
Yeah.
pissed off a bird. Now we have the moon.
That makes sense. That checks out.
That one might not be true, but Mussolini
I
did.
don't know.
Well, he did invent mousse. That's where we get the name mousse.
Oh, that's where it comes from. Yeah.
yeah, like the dessert. I mean, not the animal.
I was
that
going to say
true?
the animal or
Yeah.
Are you lying to me? No, it's a French word. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. All right, Brandon, you're starting. Sneaky Sloths asks, how do you feel about answering personal questions? bitch.
Sneaky Sloths did put bitch at the end of that question, too.
No, they did not. I cannot defame Sneaky Sloths. They asked some great questions, one of which is, how do you feel about answering personal questions? I thought this was a good kickoff.
It's a great kickoff. I feel generally okay with it. I'm pretty much an open book, but sometimes I like to keep little nuggets for myself. But otherwise, I'm pretty much an open book.
Cool.
Fair.
Love that.
How do y'all feel about it?
Let me go last because I
Chill.
think my answer is going to segue into some other questions that I know that we have.
Sure.
Chill. I'm cool with that. I talk about a lot of stuff a lot of the time, so it's not weird to be asked a personal question. You know.
Go to South Street Dive and listen to Julia
Not
talk
the
about
name of the
stuff.
bar, but that's fine.
I'm trying. I've
trying.
never.
Eric
I went
tried
there
not to
one
dox you.
time. I went one time.
no, I
Dox
appreciate
you.
Eric definitely not trying to dox me.
Yeah,
that is
with
one thing we will not be telling is our addresses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did get some questions about our social security numbers, but they were all very, very lighthearted. So.
There were like 16 emote reacts to that, and I'm like, damn dog.
095. No.
Yeah. When Eric and I were getting married and I put my social on the paper, he was like, "Is that right?" I'm like, "They don't all start with the same number, baby." And he was like, "Oh, right." Yeah.
Well,
I
I
didn't
thought it
realize
was in
that
a
either.
row.
No, right.
Yeah, you
But no,
think.
they assign them from the bottom as people die and they get retired.
Oh, huh.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
was
so I
there
have a
with you,
dead
Eric.
person's social security number. That's cool to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do
I
you
have
think
an
it
early
is,
one.
Julia?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Mussolini.
I
you
love
go.
answering personal questions. I love to talk about myself. I think I'm really interesting. I have good opinions. And when people ask me about things I'm interested in, I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, hold my beer. I love it. It's great. I love it.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
The podcasts that we all created, I think we don't get a chance to talk about like ourselves all that much. So especially we joined the party being like my main one and the one that I did until I started doing ones that like required less fictional creation and actual like running. So I also like answer questions of myself. I feel like I never get them. And it's funny, like, you know, the whole point of making stuff is that you don't need to be an influencer or whatever that means. Like, you're not selling yourself, you're selling the thing that you make, which is always the thing that I always wanted to do in content creation or whatever. And now, like, I also want to share stuff about myself, but I can't figure out the places to put that. And I also know, like, you know, the dividing line between product and person, especially in podcasting, is important. So, like, you let the parts of you sneak in, which is why we wanted to do the conversation pit in the first place. So I very much want to talk about myself. I just haven't figured out the places to do
Where?
so. Yeah.
Yeah.
For a while there, I think in 2021, I'm like, Amanda, can you ask me a probing question about myself every once in a while?
Well, also, we were talking to no one else.
Yeah, we were talking to
Yeah.
nobody.
Yeah.
So that was certainly helpful.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
The question surgeon, Michelle Spurgeon, wanted
Nice.
to know, and of course, her honorific transcends between the after party. It carries,
Of course.
like
of course.
interest. She wants to know, how did each of you meet each other, and if you want to share about your significant others.
That was great. My favorite part was the accent work. If you like that, you got to hear the rest of party planning by joining the Patreon at patreon.com/jointhepartypod.